like you get people like that that are like really, really bad at the game, but I mean, you can just really spam dodge out of anything, and it travels so far that you can get away with it like super easily. All right, let's overlevel, guys. This is the way. What is it? 50. Let's go. I think we're fine with that. Let's go 38 here. Maybe 80 here. Okay, I think level 200 makes sense. Let's do this. All right, everyone, level up. Level up as much as you want. Oh my god. So, like, people have trouble understanding that, but gankers, like, there's not a single ganker that's actually a good player. And there's a very logical reason for it, is that you never really become good by ganking. It's just a brain dead activity. And usually good players, they don't want that sort of advantages. So, like, you're pretty much never going to see a good, like, a really good player gank. It just doesn't happen because that's just against the nature of the activity. So that's why you don't really get actually good gankers. It's because, like, I don't gank, Steel, like, actually ganked once, right? Or whatever, like, probably twice, or, you know, you're gonna get good players that are gonna gank, like, very few and far between. Why? Because we're looking for a challenge. That's why we got good in the first place. It's by doing challenging activities. And so just by default, you're not going to get really good gankers. And because of that, like, even though gankers win more often than they lose, that's because they're at a mathematical advantage because there's more of them. It's not because they're any good. So the moment it's actually the odds are even, when it's an actual 2v2, for instance, well, obviously, like, you're not going to get, like, a good 2v2 like you would get in the arena because they're just simply not good enough for a 2v2. Like, as a general rule of thumb, like, in team games in general, you're as strong as your weakest link. So the weakest team member of your team is how strong your team is. And so if you have a really bad invader with you, chances are your bad invader is going to get killed right away, and then you're going to be stuck into a 2v1. But more often than not, the gankers are going to have that weaker link, like that Phantom or that host is going to be bad, and that one is going to die first. So it's not always like it happens 100% of the time type deal, but this is usually how you look at it. What I should be doing though, because I know these guys are dedicated gankers, like, and they remade an account because they're already blocked. Like, what we like to do against them is block them, and so we force them into making more and more accounts because they always want to gank. And so if they're getting blocked, they're gonna remake another account. So no matter what happens to them, you just keep on blocking them, and just they keep on, like, remaking accounts and remaking accounts, which is kind of funny when you think about it. And so, like, if you're fighting against people like that, you don't really have to worry. You can just block them because they're gonna remake accounts anyway. Like, what I mean is that by blocking them, you're not really blocking them. You're just forcing them to make a new account. Which actually we're gonna do right now, that I think about it. It's been like that since Dark Souls 3. These are like Dark Souls 3 gankers. And because they got beaten so bad in Dark Souls 3, like, they cannot let it go. Like, they literally follow me every game because they're so butthurt that they were getting their shit pushed in. And even then in Elden Ring it happens from time to time, although more rarely because Elden Ring just provides more tools for dedicated gankers to just annihilate invaders. Like, you saw there, like, there's not that much we can do here. Especially since you can't have any teammate, whereas in Dark Souls 3, like, a lot of these unwinnable invasions would be won with a good co-invader. So, like, fighting 3 shitters with 2 good invader was enough. Now that's not the case anymore. Like, fighting 3 shitters without any invader help is kind of boring because there's not much you can do. These players suck, dude. They suck so fucking bad. Doesn't matter how shit you are, as long as you have 3 people licking your ass like that. It's always going to happen. Yeah, 2v4, it doesn't just feel winnable. I mean, we've been there. Like, I'm not speaking out of my ass when I say that. Like, dude, we've played Dark Souls 3 for fucking 6 years, for fuck's sake. Like, we went through all of this already. Like, this is not, like, hypothetical. We went through this. We already know how it plays out. We know it's more fun when there's a team aspect. When the invaders have to work together to get the victory. It's so much more fun that way. It doesn't feel the same here when it's a 2v2, when it's 1 ganker, the host, and then 2 invaders, because the majority of the time, the invaders are better players than the home team, so you need to have the home team have more players to balance that. The moment you have a teammate, even if you're fighting 4 people, if you're 2v4, a 2v4 is easier than a 2v1. Because there are going to be instances where one of the gankers is going to be looking at one invader and the 3 others are going to be looking at the other one. And at that particular moment, the invader who has a 1v1 has a legitimate chance of transforming this into a 3v2. And when there's a 3v2, there's no other choice for the gankers but to separate into one 1v1 and one 2v1. So that makes the whole like invading process a lot more balanced. It's just maths, really. And then gankers that don't want to have to deal with that just stick together. But when they stick together, they become the target of both range attack at the same time. So the two invaders can frame trap with range attack, basically. In this game, especially with the cannon and great bow. Outscale, yeah, dude. Honestly, like, these are the type of players that need to do that. Otherwise, they look kind of silly when they're left, like, alone like that. So if they don't get the win by 3v1ing people and singling them out, like, right away, it gets pretty embarrassing, usually. No, Dark Souls 3 shitters don't really have balls, either. Dude, you're crazy. If you think Dark Souls 3 shitters have any balls, like, these guys are, like, the pussiest people ever. It's just that the game mechanic doesn't allow them to single out like one invader for 3v1s all the time. Otherwise they'd do it. I mean, they do it in this game. No, dude, gankers are really like that bad. The game caters to them though. Game absolutely does. Is there an idiot in chat? Yo, what's up, Brain Dead? You too scared to let that Thunderstone run, pussy? Fuck out of here. Shit face. Let that Taunter Stone open. Get that 2v2. Shit overleveled players, dude. Get on a 125. Get a 2v2 going. Let's see what happens. Pussy. Fuck out of here, shit face. I should not even call you shit face. I should call you smeared face, and you know why. Smeared face, dude. Fuck out of here, smeared face. Fucking spineless motherfuckers. Oh, those are shitters. Those are actually shitters. Well, let's get it. There you go. Those are our shitters. Let's get it. Let's get it.
No.